Hello everyone and welcome. Sporty stream once again. We're live with some Black Lion Championship Series, Contenders Series action. We've got the playoffs here. This is it's gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. A big match, pretty big implications. We've seen one of these teams before, and we'll get to see them again. It is FFE Sublime. They're taking on Sloth Busters. I think even seen Busters before. That was a long time ago in the past. Let me check and see if we have seen Busters before. I think we have, though. And this will be quite the series. But let me make sure I am kind of getting things sorted out here. But yeah, again, we definitely have seen Sloth Busters. We have actually not seen Sloth Busters before. At least I don't think we have. Again, it would be a nice first time seeing them. I definitely have chatted with Sep before about stuff. But hey, nice to see them in. Again, these are some very good teams. We'll be playing in a best of 7 here in the upper bracket. Show you that bracket, actually. It's here. Again, if you guys don't remember Sublime, we just saw them when they reverse swept Sloth Dojo in a best of 7. Sloth Busters on their side actually had an upset sweep over Adrenaline Rush. Sloth Busters had a very tough group. In that group, they had to play against Mach 10, Stargazers, Ixia, and East West Tower Warblers. Again, a team that has been able to make it out. It was a tougher group because Mach 10 and Stargazers are both very solid teams. They're also in this further bracket. Then again, they upset Adrenaline Rush, who a team that was second in their group. It was Group K. It was also Akuma's group. You guys remember that team? We saw them when their sweep win. Obviously, Sublime had to play against Sloth Dojo. Their season ended off okay for them. They're the second seed in their group, 6-1, only behind Sloth Superior. Or one of the teams that have made it this far. Of course, now in the playoffs, with it being best of 7s, you gotta get wins. It's a long playoff bracket. There's a lot of teams here that want that win. And again, it's gonna be so interesting when these teams do play each other. Again, best of 7. Yeah, big matchup, high quality. I'm ready for it. 5 minutes before, are you ready for it as well? Yeah, this is going to be, again, a series worth watching. A best of 7 that's worth viewing. And one of these teams is going to move on to that upper round 3. In fact, again, I believe, if I have to check what that is, again, it's upper round 3. Is that the upper quarterfinals? Yeah, it's the winners quarterfinals. Again, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited. All of you should also be excited. As again, we're just trying to get things sorted out, trying to get these teams involved in the lobby as soon as we can. And as soon as we get these teams in, we're gonna get this best of 7 series started. It should be pretty close though with these teams and the interesting kind of circumstances they've had to get to this bracket. Again, with the, one of them being a 4th seed, one of them being a 2nd seed, having to get over a sweep. Actually, we just got a message from Sloth here. By the way, obviously they're part of the Sloth Squad Nation organization. That's always something that seems to be on the stream. FFE Sublime, part of the Final Form Entertainment organization that have also been on the stream a lot recently. Yeah, this is, again, Sloth Busters. They've also just told me they're in the lobby. It's going to be Sep, Brinny the Blade, and Impav here for them. And again, for FFE Sublime, it was, last time we had them on, it was Teach, Vital, Flight. We'll see if that's the lineup they choose for this matchup. We have a couple minutes before, though, and I'm excited to see what will happen. Let's take a look at our schedule today. It was a pretty interesting schedule. We had a very late blocking, but for the ATS, Black Lotus Fall Open, had to take that tiebreak between BBBS and Phoenix United Chronicle. Obviously, if you guys were able to watch, you saw Chronicle win in a sweep. 3-0. They destroyed BBBS pretty quickly. Now for this matchup. In best of 7. We will play the winner of Mach 10, Valhalla Duck Squad. Mach 10 are the heavy favorites in that matchup. Although Duck Squad could potentially upset them. We've seen a lot of first seeds get upset. The Duck Squad, they'll have a tough matchup ahead of them. I think those teams are going to be pretty good. Again, Sloth Busters are also a 4 seed coming out of their group, so who knows what will happen. Upsets are not unlikely in a bracket like this, one that's so big. Double limb is not an easy format for some teams, because, you know, you always have that pressure of maybe losing something. Always there in that double limb bracket. If you lose in the upper bracket, well, now you have no lives left. If you lose in the lower bracket, your season's over. You don't want to be put in that kind of awkward situation. And we're just waiting on getting one of these teams in. Again, it will be a best of 7. We'll give FFE Sublime as much time as they need. Again, this is the only match here. I'll be on this part of the stream. It's the last match tonight as well. We need to have it as here, because this is going to be a big matchup. As, again, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what will happen. Again, having seen both these teams... Oh, sorry, having seen Sublime recently, knowing about a lot of things I've heard from Busters, it should be pretty close. These teams are both close to each other, I think, overall. Well, Sublime are the favorites. I mean, who knows what can happen? It is the playoffs. Anything can happen. Again, hopefully all of you are here to support one of these teams. Prediction Bowl is live, by the way. You still have about 5 minutes left to make your vote known. You have Sloth Busters or FFE Sublime taking it. Again, let me know in chat. Make sure you let me know who you're supporting. As, again, we are waiting on FFE to join in. Again, this matchup is nothing short of excitement. As, again, we're going to be getting things going in just a few minutes. But, this will be exciting. This will be good. It's a best of 7. There's not really much else I can say, except that we have to wait until these teams join. Again, Sloth Busters are here. FFE Sublime still haven't shown up just yet, but they're probably doing warm-ups. As, again, this will be pretty big. We do have to wait on Sublime. I know that both these teams are good for today. But, again, I'm excited. Just gotta wait on these teams. As soon as they're in, they'll be good to go. But, yeah, and hopefully all of you are doing well. It's been a great night for Rocket League action, at least on this stream. As, oh, 50 with a rate of 7. How you doing, 50? Welcome in. Hopefully your stream was fun. I was on that. Again, I was happy to help you out with a little bit with the, bracket creation. Door 50, I'll make an announcement tonight about all this stuff, so relax the rest of the night, 50. Watch this matchup, why not? It's Sloth Busters FFE Sublime. Sublime have actually just joined, and they actually have Asuma playing instead. Asuma is playing instead of their captain here. The captain being Teach. No, sorry, it's Flight who's not playing. Teach is playing. Flight's not playing. Also known as Doe, if you guys know him as Doe. Let's get this one going. Best of 7 series here. Blackline Championship Series. Winners round 2 here of the Contenders Series. Win 4 games, you move to the winners quarterfinals. But if you lose, you gotta be sent down to that lower bracket, and no one wants to be there. Here we go. Best of 7. Let's get this one going. Sloth Busters on the blue. FFE Sublime on the orange. Again, playoffs are sets for these teams. They've already won 1 round already. Through various means. Now in round 2, everything kind of resets. They play against each other. 2 teams from different groups. No knowledge of each other either, really. Got a lot to prove here for both of them. Sublime, especially so. That first round was nothing short of scary for them. Having to make a reverse sweep against another Sloth team. something that they're hoping not to have to recreate. It was 2 whiffs there. Improv still doesn't get it as Asuma. Again, into this match, we didn't see him on that first round. Instead, again, it was Flight who was playing. Asuma, I think, is usually listed as the sub, so obviously that can make things even more difficult for Sublime in this series as Teach to the back corner. We need the blade. Teach still gets past that one too. Teach towards the net. Improv will keep it out. And FFE Sublime still bringing in the pressure. Asuma around 1, maybe in the midfield. Vital jumping. That one's gonna stay wide, at least for now. And FFE Sublime are still searching for it, but you can see Sloth Busters sitting back. This is a team that always has someone waiting on the goal line. They're not going to overcommit. They're going to make sure they don't have to challenge. They'll sit back. They'll let you shoot rather than go for it themselves. That can be a little bit scary, because if you sit back that far, chances are going to come against you. But that is where trusting your defense does matter. Sloth Busters, though, but maybe trusting Improv, as that one's going to go across. Sep will be kept away by Asuma. The Sublime are still there. Asuma. Dribble. And again, look at how delayed Busters are to challenge. Letting someone back. That's a bad touch though from Improv. Danger's missed. Vital shoots. That's in the back of the net. Sublime with goal 1. And you already could tell that was going to be goal as soon as that touch came from Improv. It's just not good enough. And FFE Sublime will watch the Sloth Busters unravel on defense before their very eyes. That's goal 1 for Sublime. The series will start in their favor, but they have to continue this. Both these teams, we really haven't seen any of them unlock their true potential just yet. Still feels like anybody's game, and really, by extension, anybody's series to take. And these teams have a lot to prove here. Brindy. Sidewall, Asuma. Past 1, now his dribble. Gets over Sep. Improv. That one's pinched. Vital. Go towards the midfield. Sep. It's going to be Brindy the Blade. On the field, and maybe a chance for Sloth Busters, although Brindy, they didn't take their time on that one. Sloth Busters, when they get into offense, they have to rush. They're thinking, a challenge is going to come at any point here for Sublime. Not realizing that actually Sublime are not trying to play all that fast at this point. They'd rather keep themselves composed than try to be quick. As here comes Vital. That one gets it on another player, looking maybe for a bump. Sloth Busters will still find the clear instead, as Asuma stopped moving. Oh dear. Asuma might be having some internet issues. Not a good time here for FFE Sublime. They're up by 1, but they gotta keep playing. As Asuma, I think he's already reconnected. Maybe a controller issue, whatever it was. Asuma's fixed this now. A bad touch in front. Sep, what a block! But again, it's these touches from Sloth Busters. When the ball gets shot straight at them, they really struggle to keep it and direct it towards their corner. Not the first time in this game they've had issues with the ball going right in front of their heads. Again, that one goal for Sublime this game was because of a touch like that. Really, all Sublime are doing is just trying to look for that second. They are still not overcommitting, but neither of these teams have really tried to play all that aggressively, tried to really take all that many risks in this first game. A lot of feeling out, I think, is at the start here. Sublime with Asuma. That one's missed. Sep, dunked by Teach. What a challenge from the captain. FFE Sublime with a Sublime blade in front of the net. A dunk on Sep. Teach destroys that one. Sublime have doubled their lead to 2. Another goal for them. And now their lead is only going to be extended from here on out at this point. As here comes Teach. Doesn't read that second touch. Asuma still beats out Sep. Brindy. What they want to do here? Well, we're gonna have to deal with Asuma first. Improv. You're back by Teach. Sep is there. Teach looking for the bump play on Brindy that will give Vital some chance to go and field for Asuma. Sublime are still just kind of attacking from afar, but that's a good touch from Teach. Vital, open, misses it off the post. Here comes Asuma, and that is not even close to the net. But Sublime still have it. They're just keeping ball control at this point. They don't need to score. All you do is make sure that Sloth Busters don't get to that one. Here comes Vital. Second touch, that's pinched to wide. And now the bump on Brindy will give FFE Sublime some time to challenge. Brindy to the midfield. Asuma will send it right back. Again, all it is just keeping that ball close to them here for FFE Sublime. Allowing the challenges to work as Asuma. Teach, bump on Brindy the Blade. Vital. Improv is waiting. Asuma, is he actually at net? Sep's missed. And that's gonna bounce across the net. Sublime are Like a little risky to waste out those seconds waiting on their own goal line for it. But it won't matter. Game 1 will end with a strong scoreline here for FFE Sublime. Their offense really couldn't pick up, but it was even worse for Busters. Their offense had no chance in this game. And it will eventually hit the ground. FFE Sublime will start the series off in their favor. Sloth Busters still looking for maybe a 0-second goal at this point. Vital sends it away. And there we go. That will finally hit the ground. FFE Sublime with game 1. Again, their offense was a little bit better, but neither of these teams really unlocked that offense. What it truly could have been, but you can tell the shooting. 10 shots to 2. Sublime were a little better at getting upfield. Again, the offenses of these teams are both kind of weak in their own rights. I'm a bit surprised by that. I know that these teams can be strong. I know they both have the offense. I saw Sublime last week. Their offense had a slow start as well, but it picked up tremendously in the middle of that series. Towards the end, it was just unbeatable. Seems like we might be having a similar situation where they're slow to start, but once they kind of get things going, there's no questions about that offense. But for Sublime, a 2-0 win in game 1, they're not going to be complaining at all about that. Why should they be? It's a win. A win's a win. No matter how strange it looks, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how good it looks, every win matters just the same. And for Sublime, now going into game 2, looking to continue those wins as off Busters. Challenge to Suma. As the dribble, Asuma. Flip reset, challenged by Impov. Sep. By Teach. Brindy. Sep. Busters finding a pass. Asuma's gonna go back. Brindy's still challenging. He's actually got a 50 on that, but it doesn't matter for Sloth Busters. Plays they're making are just, again, they're kind of falling in the midfield. As Asuma with the redirect, that's off target. Impov misses. Teach will shoot. Saved by Brindy the Blade. A big block from Brindy. Another one where Busters are caught, waiting on their goal line, having to make a guess of where the shot's going to go. Brindy cut that angle down so quickly. Good chance for FFE Sublime. Here's another chance. Impov misses on that. It will stay wide. Vital now. Maybe a second touch. Great block in front. Sloth Busters are meeting everything. Sep with that challenge. Vitals missed that one. Maybe some time the other way as... Ooh, it's FFE Sublime who are now panicking. Asuma went early for that one. He had time. FFE Sublime not happy that this game's been tied for this amount of time so far. Knowing that any goal against them could lead to a game win for Busters. Sep. Let's have a flip on this, although he will never catch up to it. Here comes Brindy. A lot of players in front of the net here for Sublime. They looking it out. Awkward play. This defense from Sublime is not looking all that strong as Vital. They'll keep out Brindy the Blade. Again, Sublime, it's sketchy on defense at best for this team. They play so many challenges that are kind of going against them as here comes a challenge from Teach. The real question is, I think, posed here as to what in the world these teams are going to do for offense. As for now, it has been stagnant for these teams. There's been minimal chances, minimal efforts, and obviously no success. Still, does feel like Sublime has just more shots, although the quality of those shots could be definitely questioned here. I mean, they are getting chances, unfortunately for them. Busters have just been in the way. But they have set up a brick wall on that back line, and it's very tough to break through it. It's a brick wall that has made save after save, play after play. Again, all they really need is just one chance to fall their way here as Teach. Sep's missed it. Wait a second. Teach, he's going to look for that bump there. Here comes Vital. Impov backwards. No bump ever came, and Sublime will have to find a new chance. Teach, light touch, maybe trying to set up a 50 for a different player, but he didn't know that, but nobody on his team was back to help him. As Teach now. Sep. Just going to get away from him as Teach in the pinch. Here comes Asuma. Sep. Save it. Does go off his own post, but Sloth Busters, again, this is a brick wall on defense. They're saving absolutely everything. And for Sublime, I need to see them go for more bumps. I need to remove this defense somehow, whether it be by them letting Sloth Busters push up a little bit higher and see if that maybe breaks their rotation, or instead by seeing them go for bumps, trying to remove the defense themselves. Sublime have just been waiting to see if maybe a mistake will come, or if one of their shots will somehow find the back of the net. But their hope is really just that. It's hope. And it's not going to happen very often. That's a miss from Brindy, though. Again, Sublime are just not ready. The defensive busters are prepared. Is Vital. Doesn't get the shot. Still has it. Second touch. That's in front for Teach. Sep will have it. Asuma's already there. And Sublime will look to keep it. Vital. Challenge on Brindy. Sep will look towards himself, actually. Sublime will still get the clear. Is going to be busters on the offense. That net actually left quite vulnerable. Brindy missed the chance. Here comes Improv. Challenged by Asuma. And Sublime are just keeping that ball out as well. Although here comes Sep. Oh, Vital on low boost. A big stop. Another clear. Improv. Vital. FFE Sublime relying on the defense at this point. Late in game 2. Reminder, still 0 goals. These teams cannot find a way to score against each other. That's a huge dunk. Is that in? It's not. It's off the back wall. Sep doesn't have it, though. Ran out of boost for that aerial. Sublime again, not on defense, but they've been able to survive as have Sloth busters. Will we get a goal in the final seconds? In front here. Teach. Beat by Sep. No, 1v1. On Vital. Oh, he's missed! Open! Sep missed it on the line! And it's his stayed on the ground! Busters had it, but it was not to be! It stayed on the line, and it won't go in. That would have won them game 2. And now, we go to overtime. Busters thought they had it there. The time will expire before that ball will cross the goal line. And it's just so close for them, and yet still... So far, FFE Sublime will act as if nothing happened. Oh, they know they just survived a heavy offensive onslaught now in midfield. Vital. To the corner. 2 touches, pinched in front. Asuma off the bar. Improv with the block. Teach didn't jump for it. I don't know if it was getting bumped there or what happened, but Teach should have jumped. That net was open. Still look for another one. Vital. Improv. Off the back wall. Asuma. Yeah, it feels like Sublime just trying to see if there's a mistake that will ever be made. Sloth busters, they have not really done that. They have been very mistake-free. As it's going to take a good play to get him. Asuma doesn't have it. Teach will back off. Again, Teach being sitting too far. As now he just got dunked there. Vital. Oh, goodness, that was close. This game, I mean, it just continues here as that one. Oh, Improv. Oh, it's Ogle! Wait a second! Oh, my goodness! Improv missed! And I think it was Asuma here. Oh dear, Asuma, what happened there? Why did he jump like that? And as I said before, the offenses are hurting for these teams, especially for Sublime. Whatever it is that what they did last series, they haven't done it here. Sublime have just been sitting on defense. They've been sitting there, letting the play come to them. And again, the question is, who's going to really break down these defenses quicker? Neither of these teams have really proven to me that they fully deserve this series. And again, who's going to break down that defense? These teams aren't making mistakes. They're not pushing each other hard enough to make those mistakes. They're also not staying close enough to each other to really capitalize on any free balls. Again, my real question is to these teams is, who will step up? Someone needs to step up on the offense. We haven't seen it yet. One of these teams needs to play well. First 2 games have come and gone with very close margins, very low scoring margins. Now as we continue our series, the question of offense still persists. We haven't really seen offense from either of these teams just yet. Who's going to step up for them? From Sublime, I can tell you for a fact, Vital was that key player for them last series, the one they, again, reverse swept in round 1. Really haven't seen much of Vital again. They are going to need to do better at taking advantage of trying to break down this defense of Sloth busters, and again, I think it has to come from demo plays. Really, I see that as the only way for them to break through. Though this is open for Vital. Oh, and he's missed it. That's an open net. I don't know how many more chances of like that you'll get, but Vital, I just missed the targets completely. Sublime thought they had it. They're still going. Improv's got the block. A lot of saves from Sloth busters, but again, they can make these saves. These shots from Sublime have been relatively uncreative, been relatively easy to block. Sublime, again, it's how you break through that defense. Oh, they don't actually have to do it themselves. It's going to be done for them here. As Improv, off his own corner, I don't know what he was expecting to do there. I think he wanted to control it. He got it too heavy of a touchdown. Vital is going to be given that one on a silver platter. FFE Sublime with goal 1 in game 3. And again, with how these games have gone, Sublime are already in a huge advantage at this point. We haven't seen a lot of goals go in for any of these teams, as here comes a second touch from Teach. Off the kickoff. Asuma, maybe with a little bit of confidence, gets him on Brindy, but challenge from Brindy also means that Asuma can't get the double tap. Sure, he won't get caught on the ball. Sure, his team's still playing defense, but he's winning the goal. That's really all that matters at this point in this game for them. Make sure they don't go down by 2, because if they go down by 2, their chances of coming back are basically almost 0. They've only scored 1 goal. That was last game. It went in overtime. The likeliness of them to score 2 goals to respond is not seeming very high. At least with how this game has gone and how this series has gone as a whole. Asuma. Sepp gets that clear in the midfield. Vital. On with Improv. He's still got it. Vital off the ceiling. Dunk on Improv. Mechanical play. He'll set up Teach. Here comes the shot. Here comes the goal for FFE Sublime. Vital. I said he needed to step up. He needed to show up for them. We'll talk about a way to step up. That's an incredible assist. Off the ceiling. Gets in the way of Sloth Busters. Sublime have a second one. Their offense starting to figure out things a little bit more. Starting to, again, do more creative plays. Still not a lot of demos, but a lot more solo play efforts. Something new, something that Sloth Busters have not been expecting a lot of. And something that they are wholly unprepared for in this game, at least for now. As Teach, Brindy, Sepp is going to challenge. Vital almost got that one through. Here comes Asuma. Retouch. Teach is following it. FFE Sublime hold possession. As now a demo. That net's open. Teach will score. And Sublime, the first team in this series to have a 3-goal lead at this point. And Asuma went all in on that demo on Brindy the Blade. And we'll get it. A demo had a great time here. Exactly what Sublime needed. They needed goals like that, plays like that. They needed that aggression. I said it. They needed to remove that defense by the means of demos. Obviously, they're hearing me as another play in the air. Teach in front for Vital. Everyone from Sloth Busters. A lot more air players here from Sublime. They're not sitting on the ground. They're definitely playing a little faster. Look at these aerial passes. That one saved just barely by Improv, but that was almost goal 4 for Sublime. Vital. He'll just leave it for himself. Asuma. Ready to challenge, but he will be beat there by Sepp. Teach. Gonna keep it away. He's gonna try to dribble this in the corner. He's facing the wrong way. Sepp now. Vital. Asuma will send it out, but it's a very weak touch. It's grounded as well. Brindy the Blade in front for Improv. Saved away by Sublime. As now they gotta play a little bit of defense. They've played so much offense. Even seems like it feels like it must happen here for Sublime. And yet, even so, their defense sticking up for itself like it did last game. Continuously making save after save. Both these teams' defenses, again, have not been tested all that heavily until this game for Sloth Busters. Their defense definitely has been tested more. A lot of close calls that could have been goals. They're still down by 3, though. As Sublime are holding a lot more control. Again, it feels like that confidence, that pace, the aggression that we needed from this team for them to take this win is here. You gotta be careful. A good save from Vital as he pre-jumps that shot from Brindy. Improv beat by Asuma. And FFE Sublime continue their push. Brindy the Blade. Challenged by Teach. Sepp. That's going towards that target. Asuma still has it out. Bump on Sepp. Trying to get some space here for Sublime. Again, they're in such a... Again, a 3-goal lead is basically a game win for at this point in the series, especially like with how low scoring these teams are and how these teams have played. Momentum seems to be a big factor. It seems every single game, whoever scored first has won. The other team not scoring a single goal at all to counter it. And it seems like this game will follow that same kind of statistic as Asuma. Long pinch. And FFE Sublime, I mean, they're just gonna let this time tick down here. Game 3 is theirs. This is the Sublime that I think a lot of people expected. A slow start, but now they're starting to pick things up. Sloth Busters need to be careful because Sublime are right there attacking. Their offense is playing at a much more aggressive level. They're playing a lot more aerial-based. And Sloth Busters haven't really made any major adjustments. They're going to have to if they want to keep up with this series, because FFE Sublime are definitely keeping up with them. Still down the field is Sloth Busters. We'll finally hit the ground there. That's game 3. FFE Sublime will take it. Mind you, again, it is a best of 7s. They need to win 2 more games to take the series entirely, but in a very, very favorable situation here with that kind of a win, with that kind of a strong performance. Again, their offense, less shots this game, only 6 compared to 5 of Sloth Busters. The shots were more even, but the shooting chances were not. FFE Sublime got better opportunities. They didn't shoot as early either. They took their time a lot more. You really see that make the difference. Again, reminder, loser of this series will play in the lower bracket against Esports Tower Warblers. You won't want to play against that team, that's for sure. Again, these teams are going to want to play this one as best as they can. Again, the Warblers, 3rd seed out of the same, one of the groups. A good team in their own right. Let's move into game 4. Sloth Busters still have something to prove here. They really haven't shown to us that they can consistently get a game plan that works. For Sublime, last game, maybe a bit of hope for them. They are going to find that game plan that against Dex. Both these teams have struggled on offense this whole series. Sublime done a lot better at adapting to that. They've increased their pace, increased their aggression. Knowing that Sloth Busters are waiting back a decent amount for these shots, they'll take their chances when they can get them. And they'll continue to add more to it. Again, they're now trying to prioritize more quality chances, knowing just how good the defense is of Sloth Busters. They can't just go for any chance. They gotta go for strong ones. Ones that have a good chance of going in. Nice teach, shot by Improv. Here comes Asuma. Sidewall. Second touch from Asuma. Still on is Asuma. That's a good touch. Looking in front. Improv missed. Brindy the Blade will have. And FFE Sublime has the clear to Vital. The dribble. What a jump from Improv to get to that one. Reaching up for it. Again, the defense of Sloth Busters, I really haven't had anything bad to say about their defense. It's played exceptionally well. The problem is getting to offense seems to be a difficulty for them. Well, you might have good defense. If you don't have good offense, you're really going to be losing half of that game. Here comes Asuma. Weak first touch for him. He kind of flipped away from it. But it is still FFE Sublime's ball. Vital. Solo play. Flip reset. Gonna take it there. He didn't actually use his flip, but he turned the ball enough to get under that defender. FFE Sublime. It's Vital with the solo effort all by himself. That will just kind of roll to the back of the net. Little fake from him. That will do just fine for Sublime's chances. And again, it's Vital who is stepping up when his team is asking for it. He stepped up again when they played in the last round. He's doing it here again. Again, there's a lot of reliance here on that. There's now a miss in the midfield. Wait a second, a mistake from Sublime. And Sloth Busters will get the response. It does come from Asuma, the sub. He panicked a little too much on that one. All he needs to do is get a touch on that ball. He would have been just fine. But he gets nothing. That's an easy shot for Busters to score on. You don't want to give up those kind of goals. Those are freebies. No team's going to miss those. All the work that every Sublime have done to get the lead will be lost through a very preventable cause. Now, an awkward play in front. Sep. Get the shot. Here comes Brindy the Blade. Near post. That's going to go wide. Vital with the clear. And wait a second. Busters have committed everybody up there. They're racing their way back. Sep will get to it. Each 50-50. Now in comes Asuma. Improv. Vital. To the sidewall. Improv. Asuma with the pinch. Improv up the back wall. It's Teach, who's completely missed that one, but won't worry him all that much. There was no one from Sloth Busters there to attack. And down the field they go, and that's a great save from Improv. Teach with the follow-up. That's off the bar. In front of the goal. Kept out by Sep just barely. Halfway through game 4. The Sublime are still holding the majority of the pressure, but just like they've done in games past, they're struggling to really put goals in. They're gonna get their chance at some point, it feels. Vital. 2 touches. Here comes Teach. Block from Brindy the Blade. Busters are continuing to just rotate around each other here. And maybe they'll find chance. A miss from Teach. Improv. The pinch in the midfield. Oh, but nobody from Sloth Busters even wanted to go for that one. There's no use going for that pass if no one's going to challenge in the first place. Where is the offense from Sloth Busters? If they want to play defensively, they can, but they're going to lose that way if they can't get anything on offense. If they aren't willing to commit for it. There's Brindy the Blade in the midfield. Challenge from Teach. Improv. Only one touch here as Asuma will send it away. Asuma with a dunk as well. Aggressive plays from Asuma. Again, you still ask, where are the Sublime attackers? Where are the attackers of any of these teams? It feels like they're both turtling up, waiting for a mistake. It's just not the play you want to go for. You need to take risks in a series like this. As Vital. That one's actually pinched out here by Sloth Busters. Not on target. Here comes Improv. Across the goal, Asuma. Actually, will be left up for Teach here. Sublime have had to play a lot more defensive at the end of this game, especially with them taking much less on the chances, more solo plays. Asuma now with one of his own. Couldn't beat Sepp. This game just continues to kind of roll on by. Every game feels so quick, and that's because it is. There's so few goals going in. Whoever scores next will almost certainly be the game winner. But just who it will be is a mystery to us, but Sloth Busters have done really well with these close score lines. When they win by like one goal, but they keep it close. And you can definitely tell they're not the team that's going to make a mistake earlier, I don't think. At least I think Sublime is more mistake prone as a team. They make more whiffs, they seem to push themselves a little bit further sometimes. Busters are just trying to make sure they don't make any mistakes. They play consistently. They force Sublime to have to play better than them as now up the corner. Teach doesn't have it. Asuma. Dunked by Sepp. We go to the sidewall. Maybe one more chance here for Sloth Busters, but it will eventually hit the ground. We're going to overtime. The last time we went here, Sloth Busters took it. FFE Sublime again are just sitting and turtling up on defense, relying on solo efforts. And while solo efforts are great and all, it's a combination of plays on offense that can work for them. Nothing is happening, but that's a miss! And that's in! Vital's taking it! Oh, a mistake on the back line from Sloth Busters! Sepp did not even get close to that one. And Vital will punch that one in. FFE Sublime only need one more game to take the series. They lead 3-1, but they know just about as much as any other team knows. This series is not over until it's over. Again, having had to make that reverse sweep last week against Sloth Dojo. They're going to be cautious here. Overtime will go in their favor. Gonna go to game 5. Again, this series has been so low scoring. It's really been one that has been very slow moving. But FFE Sublime are winning on that play style. Again, their offense is just a little bit better. Sloth Busters, they don't have any offense at all. And that's really what's killing them here. If they had offense, they would have a very good chance here against Sublime to take them down. But they don't. FFE Sublime are definitely the better team, at least so far. But they still need one more game. Take the series to move to the winners' quarterfinals. It's going to be tough to do as a mistake! Sepp's taking it! FFE Sublime were very slow to get to that one. And I can't believe Sepp got this so easily. What in the world was that from Asuma? Jumped and tilted his nose forward, didn't even go for it. Sublime have just given a free goal here to Busters. Oh, you know why? It's because Asuma may have had a DC on this side. He has had disconnects all series long. Now, oh dear, he's just disconnected entirely. We're gonna have to keep playing. Already one goal's gone in. If Asuma joins back, he can continue this game. But again, we're gonna continue the series here. For the 2v3, we'll see if Asuma can rejoin. It's gonna make things really things that are already tough for Sublime even tougher. They just have to make sure they play defensively because that's not gonna be easy, especially with a redirect like that from Improv. Teach went for boost. He'll pay for it dearly there because if he was in the net, he's saving those. It's the troubles of not having a player back on defense. But again, a disconnect issue on the side of Sublime, and they gotta keep on playing. Even though, again, disconnect happened so early, the goal was already scored on at that point. FFE Sublime, gonna get one back, that's off the post. Here comes Brindy. Really all that Sloth need to do is just make sure they outplay one player at a time. There's 3 of them, only 2 of Sublime. Again, all I have to do is just simply play the 1v1 game. Use that advantage in numbers to, keep themselves in the lead as Still, we have not actually had Asuma rejoin yet, which really concerns me if he is completely disconnected from the series. Because if he has, well, he has to rejoin for the next game if this is a loss for Sublime. As Sep's gonna take the open net, 3 goals for Sloth Busters. At this point, unless Asuma joins back in, this game's already confirmed here that it will be Sloth Busters, based on the fact that there's 3 of them, 2 on the other side. Again, this is really unfortunate for Sublime, but they gotta play with this disconnect. Again, we'll hope that Asuma can join back in. As these teams are chatting, just trying to make sure that, again, things can be sorted out here. As Asuma has joined back. And, oh, he's gonna immediately get scored on. Sloth Busters do not care about the fact that Sublime had to play a player down for that much time in the game. They'll score anyways, 4 goals to none. For Sublime, this is just one of those games where, again, it's just an unfortunate situation, but they've got to bounce back from this pretty quickly here. Again, they are in such a good situation, a good position in the series. Yeah, that disconnect from Asuma will be the results of those 4 goals against them, although, again, you can't really fault him. I think it's been internet issues all day long. Now he's got the dribble. Near angle, Impov doesn't have it! Vital's gonna score! 1 goal back for Sublime. A high-scoring game here in Game 5. This team is finally unlocking the offense, as Vital will tuck it in the back post. Every Sublime are definitely not going to try to exit, and have this game end like this. They want to keep scoring. They want to at least give Sloth Busters a scare here. But look at this from Sloth Busters. Back the other way. The redirect from Brindy the Blade. And there really isn't many other players who can hit it just that hard as he can. 126 kilometers per hour. Brindy the Blade with a powerful shot on target. That's an immediate response. Sloth Busters. Again, in a very strong control, but another miss! Asuma scored. We're just getting goal after goal at this point. These teams don't know when to stop. As this one goes off the ceiling, you can see Seb try to read it, and you notice, wait a second, it's dropping too fast. He couldn't catch up to it. And Asuma's got the open net to shoot at. And what do you know, Sublime keeping up. They're actually scoring quite often here. This is actually really scary for Sloth Busters, because even though they have a 3-goal lead, Sublime are really making the offense happen here. Now again, now we're at full strength with Sublime, who are in a lot of control. Which wouldn't bode well going to Game 6 if they continue that kind of play style. And Sloth Busters don't make adjustments, because Sublime are finding more offense, finding more chances. They're scoring a lot more often off of them. The other team's still down by 3 because of that early disconnect. Each go off the ceiling, Impov. That one off the crossbar, and a fake here from Sublime. They get that ball out. Vital with the dunk. Won't control it, but we expect the next player to be Teach, who is on no boost at challenge. It'll be Seps to win. And Sloth Busters, again, just going to let this time kind of tick away. About 2 minutes left at this point. Again, they have a substantial lead. They just need to make sure they don't lose it. But here comes Sublime pushing upfield. Good challenge, though. Sloth Busters wasting out more time that Sublime would like to have. Here's a good chance in front. Sep with that one. Now Teach bumped into it. Sublime will still win the challenge, but you can tell that this midfield is being hotly contested here. Sloth Busters are there to meet them on every single challenge, it feels. As now Teach gets past 2. Sep last one back. Here comes Vital in the midfield. Impov is waiting. He'll get to it in time. Sloth Busters just holding things strong. But that one, saved by Impov. Here comes Asuma. Sep's in the way. Big blocks from Sloth Busters. They keep that 3-goal lead strong. They put their foot down. They're not going to let Sublime have any more goals. And Sep taking his time, slowing it down to a halt in this game. As now Asuma, that could have been on target. Instead, he'll miss. Sublime, they're still attacking. Still have hope to get some goals back in this game, but look at these saves from Busters happen over and over again. It's not a fluke that they can do consistently. It is a bit scary for them winning that next game, because Without that disconnect from Asuma, they would be down 2-1 at this point. Well, they'd be tied at the very best, tied 2-2. A game that is definitely one where Sublime is. They found their kind of their footwork at the end. Unfortunately, again that disconnects. It doesn't help them. It will result almost in a couple goals against them. We end game 5. We're going to be going to game 6. Thanks for either of these teams to take that series. Sloth Busters keeping the series close. We're going to a 6th game here. Neo Tokyo, our destination. Binchfield on the horizon. If Sloth Busters can get this game as well, it's going to be difficult. We know that it could be possible. Here we go. We're into game 6. Sloth Busters, FFE Sublime. Sublime, again, are in a very favorable position, but if they start to let the series slip from them, it could run away from them very quickly. We've seen what happens when teams have momentum. Again, we're going to be going into game 6 in just a few seconds. Again, it does feel like it could be any team series. These games have all been relatively, have been decided relatively closely, although obviously game 5 was not. 5-2 is a pretty high scoring scoreline for Sloth Busters. I'm very worried because a lot of those goals came off of Asuma's disconnect. They can't expect that to happen again. Yeah, going into game 6, FFE Sublime going to do whatever they can to get themselves up to a strong lead. They know they can do it. They know their offense can do it. All you need to make sure is that they don't do anything bad as Brindy. But he has too, but bounce in front. Vital. Clear. Improv. This is the target. Sepp wants it. Asuma has the block. And here comes Vital. It's through Improv. Asuma doesn't have it. Brindy. Challenge. Beat by Teach. And Sublime having to play defensively is Asuma now. Brindy the Blade. To Improv. Oh, he's missed that challenge completely. Here comes Vital. Asuma, not on target, but it will find Teach. There's a chance. That's just too weak. And Zapa's got everybody waiting on the goal line. Again, they stack the net with defenders. I have been saving, it feels like, absolutely everything. They've also just been extremely consistent. They don't miss the ball often. Definitely not as often as FFE Sublime does. Again, an impressive feat for this team, but you've got to be careful just how much defense they're playing, as that's a good shot! Teach will catch them off guard! FFE Sublime with the first strike here in Game 6. It's Sepp who's on no boost on the goal line. He's hoping he can get that dunk, but it was not there. Teach was slower than he thought he would be going to that shot. Teach will put it in. It's Sublime with a 1-goal lead, but they've got to extend that to a couple more if they want to keep this series going the way it is. Asuma. Sepp. Long bomb. Teach. Gets it away himself. That is sent down the field. As Brindy's demoed. Asuma. The corner. Second touch. That one looking for Vital. Great pass across. An open net for Vital. And FFE Sublime. I mean, they're just running away with this one at this point in their offense. As it was in Game 5. Is here and ready. And is going to try to take this game by storm. The favorites coming in. They're proving that they might stay. Again, they're proving that they might have that offense just be that ultimate winner for them in this one. Because again, that offense had its issues, but they've been doing more to fix them than Sloth Busters have, although that defense didn't help them there. A horrendous 50 here from Vital. I don't think even think he jumped for it. He didn't. Vital didn't even jump for it. And you have to wonder if he was hoping. Or something else there was hoping for it, because you do need to jump on those 50-50s. Sublime will give up one. Better be careful. Well, one more goal and this game will be tied up and the momentum will be against them. As Asuma. Improv. Vital gets through Improv. Is that open? Yeah, it is. Asuma's gonna make sure it goes in. And an overcommit from Slot Busters. Improv pushed up. And so it went with Brindy. Brindy was very hopeful that Improv would get that challenge. You cannot be that hopeful as last play back. You have to play defensively. You have to expect that challenge to be lost. Because if you don't, that's exactly what happens. Improv. Brindy the Blade. Vital off the corner. Teach is jumping for it. Gets past two. Sublime will not get a shot off of this one, but you can see they're breaking through slowly. Looking for another one. Looking for more goals to extend their lead ever more. Vital. A double commit from Slot Busters to keep that one out. As now it's Teach's ball. Maybe a self-pass. Instead, he'll just look for the bump instead, but just roll through that midfield. Vital. To Teach. And it's in front. Back there, and it is Vital. Improv. Ooh, does just barely get it. Here comes Teach. Bumped out, but Sublime are so heavily in favor. Here comes Vital. Back wall. Missed there. Asuma doesn't have it. And Teach will score. Asuma was the decoy. Teach was the real threat. Sublime are there. As FFE Sublime. Vital. Infield. Teach. Stopped by Improv. Another big block from Improv. But unfortunately, it's not defense that Busters need. They need some offense too. They need to get upfield. They've had very few shots, if any. And that's a good shot though. Improv will take it. Maybe I spoke too soon. One shot, one more goal. Sloth Busters are keeping up here with FFE Sublime. As Teach only second-guessed himself on that aerial. A huge amount of hesitation for a player that's usually so confident. Strained play, to say the very least. Asuma. Vital. Beats Brindy on that one. And Sublime, I mean, they're just going to keep control. 90 seconds left now. All that Sublime need to do is play strong defense. It's been a bit of a question mark sometimes this game, in this series, but man, they don't have to worry too much about defense if they're playing that well on offense. Teach will score, but let's just talk about this assist from Vital. Yeah, what in the world was that from Vital? Perfect! Absolutely calculated. Teach will thank his teammate on that assist. FFE Sublime continue their goal-scoring streak, their goal-scoring prowess in this game, as now they look for a sixth. That net, well, it looked like it might have been open, but they couldn't get the shot on there. Comes Asuma. Teach going backwards. Brindy the Blade. Vital. It is Sepp. Here comes Teach as well. Brindy sends it away. Sepp off that side wall. Here comes Asuma to the back wall. Improv missed, but he does get a bump on Asuma to prevent that shot from going on target. And, well, going in, I guess, more likely. It seems like it won't really matter because Slot Busters being held back on their own end of the field. They cannot get goals. They cannot get chances. And FFE Sublime are knowledgeable of that. This is their intention here in this play, is to just not let Slot Busters get any shots. And to suffocate them out of this series. Asuma not on target. Sepp off the sidewall. Sublime are just continuing to keep that ball in the blue half. They're not going to let it escape at any point in these final seconds. They'll take the series here in Game 6. It was definitely not one of their better series for FFE Sublime, but it's a series one nonetheless. They're moving to the winners' quarterfinals. Face off against the winner of Mach 10, and as this ball... Oh, wait a second. We might actually get one more goal. We'll hold off on that thought of who they're going to play up next, because that one was close. All right, it does hit the ground. Again, FFE Sublime do win it here in Game 6, a 4-2 victory. Again, not their best possession, but look at that field domination. 77%. They had offense for so long. Again, they'll be playing the winner of Mach 10 Valhalla Duck Squad. Again, I don't know who won that. I can't tell who won that. I don't have access to that kind of stuff. Definitely say again, that was a win well deserved. Unfortunately for Sep and Slot Busters, they're going to the lower bracket. Their matchup will be against Esports Tower Warblers. That's not going to be an easy matchup. Again, what a series, what a result. As again, what a match this will be coming up for them again to play against either Mach 10 or East Valhalla Duck Squad. Again, that's an insane series, at least to think about. Again, that's our only match here tonight. A best of 7 win for FFE Sublime. That's our only match again on this part of the stream. I was happy for all of you that did show up for it. It was an exciting matchup. Going to Game 6, did not expect it to go that long. Still, though, the favorites do win. Favorites usually are ought to do. But again, again, there's a lot of things that they're going to probably look at going to that next round because it's going to be really tough for them, because if they play like that for the next round, they're not going to win. They can get away with it here. Again, we're gonna get an interview here. It sounds like we're gonna get an interview with Asuma, who was the guy who was having the internet issues. Apparently, he was playing in a hotel, which now I can see why he had those internet issues. No wonder. But again, we'll take a look at that bracket now. That's not really updated, but now that you can see that update, and they'll be playing the winner of Mach 10 Valhalla Dusk Squad in that winners quarterfinals. As a follow, coming in. Thank you for the follow, Vital. Welcome to Spodia Stream. Congratulations on your win tonight, Vital. A win well deserved. As again, we're gonna get Asuma in here. As Asuma joins, we'll just have a little chat with him. End off this night. As again, what a night it has been here. Is again the FFE side who wins. So far, FFE teams have won their last 3 matches on the stream. Good on them. That's impressive. I can tell at the very least their last 3 matches. They may have actually won another one before, but anyways, it doesn't really matter because joining us is Asuma. Welcome to the stream, Asuma. Congratulations on your win, subbing in here for Flight. You're in it, kind of tried to take you down, but ultimately you're just too good. FFE Sublime with the win. How are you feeling at the end of the series?
I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm feeling slighted.
Yeah, you want to talk to us about that issue you're in? Yeah, you want to talk to us about the... Oh, Flight's a sub. Oh, you're the starter.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just couldn't make last game. No worries.
Well, you want to talk to us about that internet issue, the internet issues you've been having so far?
Yeah.
They've been plaguing you all series long, but I feel like people should really hear from you yourself about what it's like.
Oh man, it's absolute pain because there's no warning. I just get DC'd because I'm on a hotel that limits internet usage. So you'll just be playing, and then suddenly you're backwards and the game kicks you out. So good times. I bumped my teammate into a own goal. It's life changing, but nothing makes you better when you have internet after.
Yeah, it is. Of course. Again, you get your win anyways. Sure, it was a bit tough, but you still get the win anyways. You guys had really a lot of difficulties getting onto offense in the first place in this series. It was a very slow series. Sloth Busters did a good job at packing the net, but you guys yourself having to try to find new and creative ways to beat this team. Can you tell me about that? Because by the end of the series, you guys had them locked down, but at the start, your offense was not very threatening.
No, it wasn't. We were struggling with the greatest defender of all time, called the crossbar. We just choke open nets all the time for some reason, but I really think the key to it was like passing and somebody just slowing down, hitting the open nets when they were open, and knowing that you can hit the open shots, No defender. The only defender's the post. Just don't hit him and you're good.
Yeah, you don't want to hit that post, as again, you guys with that win. Again, it sure wasn't pretty, but you still get it. Next round, you have to play the winner of Mach 10 Valhalla Duck Squad. If you play like that against those teams, you're not going to beat them, but obviously, I've seen this team before. You guys definitely have better, obviously. Next week, you aren't going to have this internet issue, I don't think. Again,
no, I'll be back home. Home.
You'll be back. He'll be back home with actual internet here, not playing on a million ping. But again, that next matchup's going to be tough. Mach 10 Valhalla, Duck Squad. Those are some very strong teams going to the winner's quarterfinals. Oh, well, Asuma's just disconnected on me. His internet just went out on him. we'll get him back in real quick here. I knew that was going to have a possibility of happening. He'll be back, don't worry. But again, there you are. You're back, Asuma.
Sorry, I got
I knew,
DC'd
it was
again.
gonna I knew it was gonna happen at some point, but hey, you're back in again. I was just talking. Valhalla, Duck Squad, Mach 10, winners quarterfinals. These matches get tougher. Do you want to say anything about that upcoming matchup against one of those two teams? I don't know which one. Oh, he's disconnected again. Oh no. That was quick. I guess we've been blessed with how long he's been without those DCs. He'll be back, don't worry. We'll wait on Asuma here. He's having disconnect issues. This is an entertaining interview. There you are, Asuma. Hopefully you heard that whole question. You have an answer for us? Oh, jeez, he's having some really bad DC issues. I don't know if we'll be able to continue this interview. Again, we'll wait on Asuma. We have so much time. We can wait on him here. I have no problem waiting for Asuma to join back in. Yeah, he is having some DC issues. Oh, I hope you heard that whole full question. Again, as soon as Asuma's back. Yeah, that hotel ping really hurting him. Can't even believe this guy's playing on a hotel ping. That's insane to me. But hey, you know, he knows what he's doing. Again, we'll wait on Asuma. Join back in. Unless he tells me that he cannot make it at all, which if he cannot make it, that's unfortunate. Oh, hello, Teach.
Hello.
Yeah, so
I've been
Asuma's disconnected. I'll ask the
Yeah,
coach to do that next round.
He's done.
Yeah, oh, he's done for that? He's having too many issues?
What about the issues?
Issues are consuming Asuma here at this point?
Yeah, I mean it's it's been a little tough for him since he's on the go. He works remote for a lot of things. So just yeah, I mean he's obviously a really good player, but I mean whenever he's in with the network, we obviously have a very, very strong third, and whenever he's not, well, he hit a clutch own goal. So I mean,
Yeah, he did. He did score an own goal. Well, again, I'm going to ask the question I was trying to ask to you now. Next matchup, Mach 10, Valhalla Duck Squad. Is there anything you want to say about either of those teams? Is there any one of those teams you want to play more, or do you have any opinions on that match? Obviously, it's teams that you have never played this season. They're on different groups. They were in different groups than you guys in that regular season, but still, you've probably heard about these teams a little bit. Is there anything you want to say about that upcoming winners quarterfinal matchup?
I've heard Mach 10, heard of the Duck Squad, but I mean, in terms of like the level of play, I think it doesn't matter. We'll win either way if we're confident enough. So it's more about just being having the connection both on the field and internet-wise, and making sure that those teams can't play the game that they want to play, which I'm sure they don't want us to play ours. So,
well, again, you guys win a 4-2. You guys take down another Sloth team 2 weeks in a row. You've taken down Sloth teams in this bracket. I'm sure Sandsbar is very unhappy. That's the Oregoner, by the way, Sandsbar. I'm sure he's not very happy about that, seeing all his teams lose to FFE here. But hey, you get your wins. You move on. You deserve to do it. Of course, again, congratulations. Before you go, obviously, any shoutouts, anything you want to say here to the stream before we'll end this interview?
for sure. Again, always shout out. Thanks for everyone who watched. Thanks for streaming again. Sporty, it's always been clutch. Obviously, you are a good luck charm, and we really appreciate that.
I'm a good luck
Nothing
charm.
else. For sure, absolutely.
Only 2 weeks, and apparently I'm already a good luck charm here for FFE Sublime.
It's 2 wins. It could have been 2 losses.
That is fair. It could have been 2 losses, It very well could have been. Hey, but you don't have to think about that, though. It's 2 wins. That's all that matters. Again, congratulations. Have an amazing rest of your night, Teach.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
As Asuma said in chat, by the way, he said good luck charm for the dub. So Asuma's listening, and again, congratulations on your win as well, Asuma. Sorry I couldn't end the interview with you, but hopefully I'll see you again. Hopefully I'll see you guys again next week.
Sounds good. See you next, buddy.
And that was Teach and Asuma turning us in for that little very weird interview. But hey, an interview nonetheless. That will be that. A 4-2 win. the night is over here. Again, thank you all so much for joining, for being supportive. That's it here from me, Sporty FC, and the Sportiest stream. It's been a long day for me. It'll be over here. Again, thank you all so much for joining. Have an amazing rest of your night. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.